So what happens, or what should you do if there have been changes in your life since you've last submitted your application for adjustment of status? Well, this is nothing strange because life happens and things may have changed either because you wanted them to or things have happened. So I think what's really important is to keep in mind that I'm sure you have an exciting life and things happen all the time, and you don't need to bring up every little thing that changed to the officer. They're probably not that interested and they'll just muck up the matter. And you may even just annoy them if you bring up so many things. However, if you've had major changes, so in particular, there'll be about a topic that's actually asked on your adjustment of status application, then that's something that you definitely want to affirmatively bring up if it doesn't come up in the interview otherwise. And the key thing is to have documentation of those changes. So for example, let's say you moved and your residence history, your physical address history is definitely a part of the application. So that's something you definitely want to mention. So if you move to a new place, it would make sense for you to have a new lease, or if you bought a house, then mortgage documents, or whatever is appropriate, but something that documents the change. And you can, of course, give that to the officer. And specifically with the address change, also remember that you should have done an address change online with USCIS of any address changes at the time that it happens. But certainly bring these extra documents with you and we can talk about that. So what if you change your job? Same thing. You definitely want to go in with your, if you have a new pay record that kind of shows your employment or proves it, or even if not, you'd want to go in there, it's a brand new job, you'd want to go in there knowing the employer name, the address, and that's something you might not readily remember. So have that with you so you can share that with the officer. And what else? Another major change we see sometimes is pregnancy. If that's the case, congrats. Or maybe you've adopted or something like that. So when there's a change in the family, then that's something you definitely want to bring up. And again, documentation would be medical records and things like that. And we did have one officer who said something like, oh, the ultrasound doesn't have your name, so I can't tell, which was a little bizarre because there are other things to go along with it. So, and you can't tell your doctor or the ultrasound technician, somehow, please put this information on there or whatever. But do your best to have your medical records and proof of pregnancy. Or if you gave birth, then of course, a birth certificate. So the key is to have documentation, and these major changes, you want to make sure that that's actually covered in the interview, even if the officer doesn't affirmatively ask or bring it up. Now, let's say you have changes of another type. You were arrested. That, I highly encourage you to, as I generally do, but especially so, to speak with an immigration attorney, because if you have an open case, that will definitely and certainly can impact not only the outcome, but the processing of your application for adjustment of status. So really just keep in mind that when there are major changes, it's nothing to really worry about, unless it's something like an arrest, I guess. And you just want to go in there prepared with the right information and the documents so that you're ready.
If you found this video helpful, go ahead and check out our full green card interview prep tutorial at www.adamlawgroup.com/tutorials. For only $20, you'll get a complete step-by-step guide to prepare you for your interview. If you like, don't forget to follow us on our social accounts where we post content relating to immigration and business law.